Hello, welcome to turn 1 in Cryolite. Thanks for joining me. I'm playing as Phlegra. In the beginning there was chaos, now the wheel has turned once again. Turn 1, pretty basic. Let's take a look at the map first of all. This looks like a Cartographic Revision map. We have a very odd starting spot, don't we? We have a dead-end wasteland adjacent to us. Lake adjacent to us. We've got two mountain connections that are both blocked currently. What a very strange place to start in. Interesting choke point here. A couple of farmlands not too far from us at least. Yeah, this is... I mean, it's very defensible at least, I suppose there's that. Kind of an odd location. First of all, I'm going to just quickly declare my profit. Let's go with... Oops. Gonna have a bodybuilding theme this time, I think. There's my profit. God, I think it's pretty safe to blind expand with the Drakon on turn 1. There's a pretty low chance he'll die if he hits, I don't know, huge amount of barbarians or huge amount of heavy cavalry, I suppose, but in general it seems okay. I'm a pretty cautious player generally, but let's give it a shot. It's going to be a bit difficult getting troops out of this little area, so we do with a little early bump and expansion. And if the Drakon does die, it's not a huge deal. I can still expand quite well with my troops. So there's profit, there's expansion. This is a JBBM game, so our scout is a Trophimus priest. I think that's different. So they can do a little bit of research on turn 1. So I'm going to put that straight into enchantment. Mostly just to hit 2, so that my god can cast personal regen. If he dies, maybe we'll change that. And other than that, less thing to do with recruitment, which I've already done. I'm getting a... I already know that this my my approach to playing Phlegra is going to be different than most people's, okay? I'm getting a shaman, a shepherd shaman on turn 1. He's going to start summoning cows. And then I'm recruiting nothing but hurlers. I haven't seen anyone use hurlers, but I don't do much research. I basically just ask a few other players. No one uses hurlers, I'm going to use hurlers. I like these guys a lot, and I think they're very, very funny as well. And my dream is to have about 250 hurlers on turn 12, and then just walk them directly into the first human-sized nation that I see. That is the goal. Please join me on this journey, and we can see if we can make it a reality. Other than that, I don't think there's anything to do on this turn. Research, moving god, profit. There are mercenaries, but do we really want Victor's villains? I don't think so. We've got hurlers. That was turn 1. Thanks for joining me. See you on turn 2. Hello, welcome back. Cryolite, turn 2. Got some profits. We have a battle. Profits. For man, we have reanimated Mr. Belding. Prophet of Zach Morris's Ghost, King of Kings, Prince of Flames, Stealer of Corpses. For Ulm, we have Dull Normal Man. The Prophet of No Gimmick, You Can Trust Me, Honestly None. The Vessel of Might and God of Patience. I have some suspicions about this pretender. I'm not sure what it is, but something about it suggests to me that there's some kind of gimmick, I don't know. Marignon, Sexism is Over, the Prophet of Ms. Monopoly. Friend of Sailors, okay. Master of Horses, God of Near and Close. Calum, you have Colonel Sanders. Prophet of Chicken Run. The Harvester. Prince of Silence, Banner of Victory, Watcher of the Gallows. Katiz, we have Lemmy, Prophet of Motorhead, Miasmatron. Look at all those titles. God of Above All, Father of Gods, Fountainhead of Order, God of the Stony Ground, Remote and Inaccessible Lord, Master of Inventions. Ashdod, 100 kosher beef. I assume that's supposed to be 100%, but you can't have a percent symbol in names. Dominions tricks you because it lets you type it in, but then it doesn't work when it... Anyway. 100 kosher beef, the Raphael Commander, Prophet of You Had Me at Shalom. God of Dreams, King of the Hunt, King of Might, Prince of Arcane Mysteries. How close are we to the end? Okay. Uruk, Balls to this, the Enkidu Commander. Prophet of Mulok, Healer of the Lands, Earth Monster, Prince of Greater Earth. There's me, Fisha, Mr. Fancy Paws, Prophet of the Goodest Boy, King of Metals, he who seals the gates of death, Lord of the Foothills. That's a pretty good title, I suppose. Naba. He menaces with spikes of camels. Prophet of Camel Cloning Vat. I don't know what Naba does. Do they have something that can spawn camels? That sounds kind of cool. Lord of Suffering, Patron of the Rich. And then we had a battle. So I gave us, what, 5% odds that we might die? So, you know, this is the moment, guys. Place your bets now. Did we, turn 1 blind, die with our god? You gotta do it now. I'm not gonna move over till you've done it. You made your bet? Alright. We blind expanded into... Pretty safe one. Dracan has tons of protection. It's got Earth Magic as well, it boosts it up a little bit. Doesn't have any regen or reinvigoration or anything. He's got a nice big Furora, and he does a giant Poison Cloud. And has a bunch of attacks when things get in range. So, a small group of puny human units like this dies pretty quickly. We're not really under any risk at all. I like setting them quite far back in case there's fast units, so it'll split them up. And the Draken tends to like cover large sections of the battlefield in clouds of poison, which the slower stuff then walks through. Don't know if that's optimal or not, but it works for me. So we took the province. It's quite nice. It's 70 income. We can see down here there's a really nice province. There's 132 income, which is a nice little one to have in the cap. And the other one we can see is 53. I'm not as good. But even so, good start. I put the province events up to 3. We can recruit commanders here, which I'm doing immediately, so that we can start leading around my hurlers when we get them. And I've set up my starting army like this. We start with a bunch of slaves, but our commander can boost their morale a bit, so it's not too bad. We've got some heal-out soldiers, long spear, length 4. Not the worst stats, I suppose. They do have a cap and a shield. I mean, what more do you expect? We got some heal-out warriors with javelins, which is nice. I always like units that have javelins. Again, pretty average all around other than that. And then I've got the hurlers as well. These guys are undisciplined, so I can't script them. They have a lot of hit points, and they have a 37 damage boulder, which I think rules. I don't know. Precision 7, so they'll tend to hit my own guys just as much as the enemy. Scripted like this, the spear guys are the slowest, they're right in front. Javelin guys are slightly faster, so they're behind. Hurlers are the fastest, so they're way behind. And my prophet is just there, doing mostly just smites. He's just doing a normal bless because nothing's sacred, so... this only takes 100% time to cast. Divine Blessing takes 125, so... we'll throw that into... I always forget this. Midria. Midria is the only province I can really attack, unfortunately. I could go into this province and then hope that my heat skills move in and open up the passageways. But screw it, let's just go into Midria. It's 80 units, but they are only Deer Tribe. I really don't know. Hopefully this is fine. Deer Tribe have the javelins. If you're really unlucky, there'll be a couple of Deer Tribe Shaman doing, I don't know, Tangle Vines? Panic? I guess we'll see. And the god is going to continue up into Windsong. That's outside of our dominion, but it's not too bad. Our bless isn't really giving us that much, it's just resists. This looks smaller. Wolf Tribe have the 2 attacks, so it's a bit scarier I suppose, but it's so few units it should be okay I think. And as for recruitment, I'm getting some more hurlers, I'm getting another Shepherd Shaman. The Shepherd Shaman that I've recruited is going to be summoning allies, which are cows. These guys are N1 mages with 3 research under my scales, so they won't be doing much research. And I think that's it for this turn, nothing else really to say. There are mercenaries, Ferdinando's footmen, that's fine. Skip them. So hopefully Midria goes okay. Hopefully Windsong goes okay. And yep, see you on turn 3. Hello, welcome back to turn 3. Proclamation from Agartha. Oswald Bastable, the Ancient Lord, the Prophet Overwhelm of Tanalon. Master of Earthquakes, King of Earth, Patron of Smiths, the Shadow. I assume that's a reference to something. I never know any references. Midria. This is our prophet. Some spears, some javelins, some hurlers. Into a lot of deer tribe, right? Yeah. Let's see how they stack up. Go hurlers, go. This all looks to be in order so far. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Good stuff. That was Midria. We lost 3 Helot warriors. No, we lost 3 Helot soldiers, 1 Helot warrior. Killed 52 units, that's pretty good. And we also attacked province with our pretender. It's raining. See how this goes. How low did we get? 130, that's fine. Yeah, good stuff. That was Windsong. So, no problem so far. Windsong up here, 47 income. Midria down to 108. We've got pretty good scales, so there is a lot of heat in our scales, but generally quite good scales once they get here. Speaking of heat, all of these passages are now open, so that's good. We can move into here. We can move here quite soon, actually. Let's take a look at what we can see, because we can see quite a lot of stuff now. There are 2 farms here in striking distance, more or less. Up here we can see Nabar's cap, which is interesting. I'm not going to move into it because it's a heavy cav province. And I don't feel too confident about hitting heavy cav outside my dominion, just in case it's like 25 of them or something. Plus it would be in his cap circle anyway, so he'd probably just escort back, and I'm not really in a position to threaten. Am I? I mean, I do have the Draken, I suppose. If he's got an awake god, maybe that would be something, but either way, let's ignore this for now. The big farm here that unfortunately also has heavy cav, so I'm also not hugely confident about it. We'll come back to it as soon as we can. For now, I'm just going to have the Draken move to Thodaz, which is this little wasteland, only a few militias and a few light infantries and archers. Should be fine. I checked the movement, it says that it takes 22 movement points to get to Earthshell from there. So we have these 2 options next with the Draken, if that's to be believed. Yeah, do we have waste survival? No, maybe that will affect things. I'm not sure, but either way, I'll just do that for now. Down here, don't have many options. I don't really want to cut off this direction because if I move something out of this province, it could go up or down. So I'm going to hit this instead. Could also do the swamp, but swamp isn't very valuable. So Kinal is just heavy infantries, light infantries. It does have crossbows though. Which might be difficult, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Depending on what kind of crossbows they are, it might be worth forting. So I'm going to attack Kinal, I'm going to attack Thodaz. I've got a commander. There's nothing in these provinces that I can recruit yet. I've got my first commander, he's going to head back and pick up the hurlers. We've got quite a few of them now. Recruiting some more. I still don't have enough money for like a proper mage, so I'm getting a third Cyclops Shaman. So we'll move the commander back to Phlegra. He'll pick up 18 hurlers and attack into Earthshore the turn after. And then we can send out some more hurlers the turn after that into one of these other provinces to kind of merge up. That should go quite well. I put province events everywhere. Down to 24 treasury. Guthrid's swordsmen are up for sale. I'm just hesitating a bit because I'm the last person to take my turn. And that was turn 3. I'll see you on turn 4. Hello, welcome back. So soon? 2 battles, unexpected event, and a proclamation from Ind. Legally not a pyramid scheme. Prophet of Be Your Own Priest. King of Illusion and Masquerade. That's a pretty good title to go with that pretender. Messenger of Gods, Opener of Ways. 2 battles. Now first. This is the Crossbow Province. See how this goes. Also some heavy infantry. My spearmen are not having any of that. Everyone else is enjoying themselves though. Well, have quite good morale, right? Yeah, 14. Goes around 12. 11. So, you know, it wasn't perfect, but we took it. It is the 14 resource crossbows. So not the best, but might be something. Also attack Thodaz with my god. Very little stuff here. Goes about how you'd expect. So that was Thodaz. An unexpected event. We got defense plus 10 in Wachi. That's quite nice. Little free boost. And that's it for messages. Alright, so I can see Man down here now as well. He's got nowhere to go. Any place he could have gone next is here. Now ours. So that's good. I like that we neighbour Man because we can also see Ind here. And we already had Nabar here. Any nations added since Dominions 4? I don't know what they do. So Ind and Nabar, no idea. Are they strong? Are they weak? Can they be rushed by 250 hurlers in year 1? I don't know. No idea. But Man sounds like a reasonable target. If we actually have a route towards him. Where might his cat be if he's there? Maybe here? That sounds reasonable. Can't see anyone over here yet. Alright, so we just took Q now. We lost quite a few of our troops though. So my prophet's going to head home just to pick up some hurlers, let's be honest. Before we continue on. This farmland looks reasonably doable. With a few more units. It's just militias, heavy infantries and archers. So that'll be the target in, what, 2 turns after this? I'm recruiting a couple of helots here as well. We'll do that for 2 turns, head back home, come back with some more hurlers, and then we'll try hitting Wolf and Plain. Draken's going to head on to Boggerwald. This is just basic Ictids. Their net is not going to do much to me, I don't think, because we're a size 6. It is 60 enemy units though, so I don't know. 60 goes with piercing weapons, kind of a bad time I guess, but hopefully it goes okay. It's just outside of Dominion, but we should be carrying quite a few hit points. I've changed the script slightly so that we hold for 2 turns first. Yeah, hopefully it goes okay. Hopefully we don't bleed to death from fish. That would be embarrassing. And over here, we're going to head out with the first additional new army. This is a commander leading some hurlers and some cows. Phlegra and mouflons. I mean, they're actually sheep, but I always just refer to them as cows. They don't do much, but they provide supply. And they're additional hit points, I guess. I'm just going to attack into Earthsaw. There's nothing here. This should be quite easy. So we'll take that, and then we'll either go up or down. And we'll either reinforce it, or we'll give all the units straight back to the profit. That might be better, to be honest. And see how it goes. We still have no research being done. That's fine, though. We'll catch up eventually. And I think that's everything. Recruitment. Not doing any majors or anything this time. I want a ton of hurlers just to get out the armies again. And other than that, expansion's going okay, I think. I'll hit end turn. That was turn 4. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello. 2 battles and 2 events. The events are in Boggerwald, so you can kind of guess how the battle in Boggerwald went. We killed Ictids. No problems there. And in Earthsaw Desert, we managed to kill 3 commanders. Pretty lucky. And in Boggerwald, the events were 228 gold and 10 nature gems. These provinces are pretty good. I mean, this one's 35 income, and Earthsaw is 6 income. So, pretty huge provinces. Can't recruit anything interesting in Earthsaw. Can recruit Ictids now in Boggerwald. Which is something, because we have so many lakes around us, it'd be nice to start capping these soon if we can. Unfortunately, we can't get a leader to lead them. We need a lab and a temple to get Ictid Shaman. And they only have 10 leadership, so not great. Fortunately, we do have this other Ictid province adjacent to our cap, so when we get that, hopefully that has commanders. And we can cap some lakes in a couple of turns. Fingers crossed. As for movements this turn, the army that just took Earthsaw is going to attack into Giant's Rest next. It's just some deer tribe. With the hurlers at them. Hopefully that goes okay. We might lose 1 or 2, but it should be fine, I think. I'm moving my profit with all of this stuff now. And a commander down to Cunel. The commander will build a fort at some point, I think. Cunel's a nice province. It's 120 income. It's 1 move from our cap, and it lets us recruit crossbows if we want them, so I think it's worth something. We might not build a fort there immediately, but certainly eventually. And my profit army will just head into Wolfen Plain next, I think. We saw Man here, what was it, last turn? They probably moved here and here. And into this, that would be... they were going to attack it. I think we have to attack it next turn to prevent that. And this should be fine to take it, so... we'll do that. Up here is a bit more awkward. I'd like to keep taking provinces with the Drakon. I'm not hugely thrilled about attacking all this heavy cav. I don't think the Drakon would die, but I do think it might get an affliction, which I don't particularly want. So the only other option is a wasteland, which is very close to Maragnon. I don't think we'll have any problems taking the wasteland, but the risk is that another player also takes it at the same time and ends up killing me. I was trying to figure out where Maragnon's army might be, because they have this province which is disconnected from his cap, so if he did nothing on turn 1 and then went 2, 3, 4, 5? Or 2, 3, 4, 5? No, because then I'd be able to see it. I'm not sure. It seems unlikely to me that he has an army here, or that he could attack this next turn, so I think it's safe from Maragnon. I'm not certain, but I think so. And the only other route into it is from the cave, and the only other route into the cave is through here. So I can't imagine someone would prioritize a forest into a cave into a wasteland, so I think it's safe to attack. Hopefully. I would change my scripting for attacking horse archers, but not if there might be another player attacking us. Got one more commander coming. I'm going to stop recruiting commanders soon. I'll get one more. Recruitment back in... I could get 20 hurlers this turn. It's just 17 though. So that I can get a sage. We should probably start trying to get a little bit of research done. Sages are Adept Researcher 2. They can either be Fire 2, Air 2, Water 2, or Earth 2. Let's get some of those guys out. If we hit Enchantment 2, we can do Personal Region on our guard, and at that point he can very easily take all of these provinces. The risk really is just getting an Affliction, I think. But Region helps with that as well, so... Fingers crossed we take both of these provinces with no problems. Currently turn 5. We can't recruit scouts anywhere yet. I was looking for that, unfortunately. But we are sitting on 8 provinces at the moment on turn 5, which is pretty good. Hopefully that will be 10 on turn 6. And speaking of turn 6, I'll see you then.